Hi there, I am Pingak Sahai and I hope you guys are doing well. Today is lecture 3 of module 1 of our machine learning course for GATE TA. Today's topic is regression versus classification. In the last video, we saw unsupervised learning versus supervised learning. Now we will try to discuss about the types of supervised learning. So let's start with a quick recap of supervised learning. So in supervised learning, what we used to have this input features, which is nothing but the raw data or variables used for prediction, and then the correct output for these input features, which is nothing again but the target, the ground truth or the labels provided. And the goal is to learn a mapping from inputs to the output, right? So basically the core logic was we try to define a function which will take this input features and try to predict the output for new position for new data sets. Okay. And the nature of this y determines the type of the problem. Okay, and how so? So see, y can take two value, either it can be a numerical value or it can be a categorical value. Basically it can take a category or a class, right? So if take a numerical value, for example in house price prediction, it can take values like 102.101 lakhs, and similarly in temperature prediction, revenue prediction, these kind of problems come under regression. Okay, and on the other hand, if there's this problem of mail, where we need to classify mail into spam or not spam, the result of a student into pass or fail, these kind of problems come under classification. Okay, now moving toward what is regression. So regression is nothing but a supervised learning task in which the target variable is continuous, that we just saw in the last video of the example house price prediction. House price can be any continuous value. It can be 91.1, it can be 105.21. Okay, these kind of value we can take in a supervised learning algorithm, and that algorithm is regression. Okay, now the intuition here is, in regression we try to fit a curve that best capture the relationship between features and the target. So basically we will have this kind of data points, and then we will try to fit a curve, and with this curve we want to define the relationship between features and target, and we will choose the curve that best capture the relationship. Like here we try to fit a line here in the data points. We have this independent variable, we have this dependent variable, and then we try to fit the line here. And how it works actually is, now if we need to predict for a future input, let's say this is the future input, then we will just try to draw this line here. We will have this line function, we will have the equation of the line, right? And then we can find the value of y, the dependent variable. So this will be the output for the new input, which is this, right? By the help of this line we can predict this. So now try to visualize this, how this actually works. Okay, so what is regression? In regression we try to discover the relationship between these points, these data points, by fitting a curve. Like here it is a poor fit. Now we will rotate this and then we'll get this line, this curve, which can be considered as a better fit here. Okay, now you can see between actual data points and this curve there is some distance. So these are the residuals, these are the errors, and in machine learning we try to minimize this. Okay, now we can use this curve to find the point, find the output for the new data point. Like here we can put the 7-hour in the equation of this curve and we'll get 81 marks. So basically regression is nothing but finding a function that best fits the data. Okay, now again revisiting the house price prediction example. Here we have areas in a square. We can have more columns, like in the last video we saw number of bedrooms, right? And then we have this labels. Here for 1000 square feet we have 50 lakhs. Similarly for 1500 we have 75 lakhs, like this. So this area is the input and the output is the price. What we'll do, we will try to find a curve which best define the relationship between these two, and by the equation of that curve we can predict future outputs. Okay, we can predict the future output for new data points. Now again understanding continuous output, which is nothing but it can take any continuous value. It can be 5.552, it can be 52.5, it can be 52.57, it can be 52.573. And common examples are house prices, stock prices, temperature changes, sales revenue. So basically the key idea was regression predicts quantities. Okay, Now moving ahead with the common regression algorithm. So in our syllabus, in GATE DA syllabus, we will learn about simple linear regression, multiple linear regression, wedge regression, and then the KNN regression. Okay, these are in our syllabus. We will get into the depth of this in upcoming lectures. And the regression workflow is, it will take data, it will try to learn a pattern, and then it will fit a curve which it will use to predict future values, right? Moving ahead with what is classification. So classification is nothing but a supervised learning task in which the target variable belongs to one of the finite set of categories. So here in the regression, we used to have an infinite set because the output can be continuous. So we used to have an infinite set, but in classification, we need a finite set of categories. We can have cat, dog, horse, these kind of finite set, and the algorithm need to classify the output in between these categories only. Okay, so basically the intuition is, instead of predicting a value, we try to predict a class level. Okay, examples are again spam, not spam in case of mail, then pass, not pass or fail in case of a student result, then cat, dog in case of animal problem, where we need to classify animal into one category. Okay, now let's see through visualization how classification works and how we find a decision boundary to classify data points. Okay, so in case of classification, we will get different data points, and what we need to do, we need to find a decision boundary. And what's that is, basically we'll find a line which separates the data set. Okay, like here this is a poor boundary. Now if we shift this to a little right, this will be a better boundary, and on basis of this boundary we will now classify new data points. Like here this is the new data points which is on the left of the decision boundary, so we will classify this as cats. Okay, so basically this is what we do in classification. We find a boundary which determines the category. So classification is nothing but finding the boundary that separates the categories. So now talking about the classification dataset example, here is this email spam detection example where the dataset can look like this. There will be one column of contain offer, contains link, and then there is this class. We will feed the model this data set, on basis of which it will learn. It will try to find the decision boundary which we just saw in the animation. Okay, so here it's again a binary classification. What we meant by that was, in binary classification there are only two class, spam, not spam, pass or fail. But classification can be multi-class. Okay, we can have more than two class, we can have any number of class as long as we have a finite set. Okay, so we can have cat, dog, horse, can have a, b, c, d. Okay, we can have any number of class, but we need a finite set. Okay, we need a finite set, and the key idea is again predict the categories. Okay, now moving ahead to the common classification algorithm. The algorithm covered in our GATE DS syllabus is logistic regression, although there is a regression in its name, but it is used for classification, and we will get to know about this more in upcoming lectures. Then there is this KNN, naive Bayes, LDA, SBM, support vector machine, decision trees, neural networks, and the workflow for classification. We feed the data, we try to learn the boundary, and then it assign the class on basis of that boundary to the new data points. Okay, if this is a new data point, it will classify on basis of this boundary which it defined using the data we provided. Okay, now this table is very important. Okay, regression versus classification. In regression we try to predict a numerical value. In classification we try to predict the categories. Output type is continuous in case of regression, and it categorical in case of classification. The key task is to learn the best fit curve. Okay, and in classification it is to learn a decision boundary on basis which you're gonna classify the data points. Examples are house price prediction, temperature forecasting, and there this is a spam detection, disease prediction. Okay, these are the classification problems. Now comes the evaluation matrix. We will not get into details of this now, but try to just get an idea of this. Okay, so basically what evaluation matrix is, now again in both of this we are predicting the output for a new data point, right? We predict, so there can be error, the model can make a wrong prediction. Now we need to evaluate this, right? We need to evaluate the model. either it is regression or classification, we need to evaluate it and then retrain it to correct the errors, right? So in regression, we use these matrices. This stands for mean absolute error, this stands for mean square error, this is stand for root mean square error, then this is R2 score. And in classification, that is accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 scores. We will get into depth of all this in upcoming lectures. For just right now, just try to remember this, that in regression we use these four metrics, and in classification we use these four metrics. Okay. Now talking about the summary of this lecture, regression predicts continuous numerical values, classification predicts categorical labels. Regression learns to find a best fit curve, while classification learns a decision boundary. So different algorithms and evaluation metrics are used specifically for each task to measure performance effectively. Okay, this was the summary for today. I hope you like the lecture and thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow in another lecture. Until then, happy learning with us.